Welcome to A Lasting Legacy. I'm Michael. Today we pause to remember extraordinary legends who are no longer with us. Their passion, talent, and dedication inspired millions worldwide. Join us as we honor their journeys across film, music, and culture, celebrating lives that will forever inspire future generations. Patrick Muldoon, best known for his 1990s television roles in Melrose Place and Days of Our Lives, has passed away at 57. Reports state he suffered a suspected heart attack at his Los Angeles home. He became a familiar face on screen during the decade, earning popularity for his work in both daytime and primetime dramas and building a strong fan following. Recent projects and industry work. In later years, he continued working in film and television, including appearances in projects such as the sci-fi favorite Starship Troopers alongside Denise Richards. He remained active in entertainment with upcoming releases like Dirty Hands, and was also involved in producing films, including Cockroach, starring Chris Hemsworth and Taron Egerton. His career expanded beyond acting into creative development behind the scenes. Legacy and remembrance. He is remembered by colleagues and fans for his strong screen presence and versatility across genres. His work spanned television, film, and production, leaving a lasting impression on audiences who followed his career through the 1990s and beyond. His passing marks the loss of a recognizable figure from a memorable era of entertainment. He leaves behind a body of work that continues to be appreciated by longtime viewers and industry peers alike. Ozzy Osbourne was born on December 3rd, 1948, in Birmingham, England, and grew up in a modest working-class family. Life wasn't easy in his early years, but music became an important escape and direction for him. Those early struggles helped shape his raw, emotional style later in life. Black Sabbath era. In 1968, he co-founded Black Sabbath, a band that would go on to change rock music forever, as their lead singer Ozzy helped create a dark, heavy sound that became the foundation of heavy metal. Songs like Iron Man and Paranoid made them global icons. Solo career. After leaving Black Sabbath, Ozzy launched a successful solo career with Blizzard of Oz in 1980. The album brought him back into the spotlight and proved his strength as an independent artist. His music continued to reach millions and built a lasting global fan base. Television and personal life. Later, Ozzy became widely known through the reality show The Osbournes, which showed his family life in a real and often funny way. It helped fans see a more personal, down-to-earth side of him, beyond his stage persona. Legacy and passing. Despite health struggles in later years, Ozzy remained passionate about music until the end. He passed away at 76, leaving behind a powerful legacy as a pioneer of heavy metal and a cultural figure who influenced generations worldwide. Doris Roberts built a career in stage, film, and television that lasted over 7 decades. Known for her warmth and sharp comedic timing, she moved easily between comedy and drama. Her performances always felt natural and grounded, which made her a familiar and trusted presence for audiences across generations. She earned respect, not just for her talent, but for her consistency and dedication to her craft over the years. A role that defined her, she became widely loved for playing Marie Barone on CBS's Everybody Loves Raymond. The role highlighted her ability to blend humor with emotional depth, creating a character that felt real and memorable. Her performance earned her multiple Emmy Awards and strong admiration from both audiences and critics, securing her place in television history. It was a role that connected deeply with viewers and showcased her range as an actress. A lasting legacy. Doris Roberts is remembered for the warmth and humanity she brought to every role. Her work continues to bring laughter and comfort to viewers, even today. She remains a respected figure in entertainment, with a legacy that continues to inspire performers and connect with audiences worldwide. Priscilla Anderson was widely known as a talented choreographer and dancer who once worked with the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders. She built an impressive career in the entertainment industry, performing with major artists such as Britney Spears, Rihanna, and Snoop Dogg. Her journey later reached a broader audience through the Netflix series Country Ever After, where she appeared alongside her husband, country singer Coffee Anderson. She also contributed her creative expertise to America's Sweethearts, Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders, inspiring many with her energy and artistry. Personal message and faith. Before her passing after a long illness, Priscilla shared a deeply personal message through Instagram, expressed in her own heartfelt words. She spoke about finding peace, love, and comfort in her faith, and encouraged her loved ones not to focus on sadness, but on strength and hope. She reflected on how she fought with courage and lived with deep love, reassuring her children and family of her continued spiritual presence and care. Legacy and family. Priscilla Anderson is remembered as a resilient and passionate artist who touched many lives through dance and storytelling. She leaves behind her children, family, and friends who cherished her deeply. Her legacy lives on through her creative work, her strength during hardship, and the inspiration she gave to others facing life's challenges. Jennifer Aniston has long existed at the intersection of fame and humanity, where admiration often masks complexity. To many, she is a symbol of charm, humor, and timeless appeal, forever linked to her iconic role in Friends. Yet the image that the world celebrates has always been only a fraction of the truth. Beneath the polished exterior is a life shaped by quiet struggles, emotional endurance, and the constant challenge of being seen but not fully understood. Her journey has unfolded under relentless public attention, where even the most personal moments became shared narratives. Despite this, she has maintained a rare balance, remaining warm, composed, and grounded. Her story is not one of perfection, but of persistence, where grace is not inherited but practiced daily through resilience, reflection, and the determination to remain authentic in a world that rarely allows it. Childhood in a world of expectations. Born on February 11, 1969, in Sherman Oaks, Los Angeles, Jennifer Aniston entered a world already familiar with performance. Her father, John Aniston, and mother, Nancy Dow, were both actors, surrounding her early life with creativity and expectation. Yet, stability did not always accompany that environment. When her family moved to New York City, the shift brought both excitement and emotional strain. By the time she was 9, her parents had separated, leaving her to navigate a home that felt increasingly uncertain. Her mother's emphasis on appearance and discipline, though perhaps well-intended, often felt heavy to a young girl, still forming her sense of self. These early experiences shaped her deeply, teaching her to observe, adapt, and protect her inner world. Even as a child, she began developing the emotional awareness that would later define both her acting and her approach to life. Finding safety through creativity. In a home where tension could quietly linger, Jennifer Aniston discovered something that offered relief: creativity. Acting did not begin as ambition, but as a form of escape and expression. Through imagination, she could step into different identities, leaving behind the uncertainty she sometimes felt in real life. At school, particularly during her time at the Waldorf School, she found encouragement to explore artistic expression. The stage became a place where she could exist without judgment. where emotions could be channeled into something meaningful. Humor, too, became a powerful tool. Making people laugh created a sense of connection and eased tension, allowing her to feel safe in moments that might otherwise feel overwhelming. These early habits, turning discomfort into creativity and vulnerability into connection, would later become the foundation of her success and her ability to resonate so deeply with audiences worldwide. The discipline of becoming. As she grew older, Jennifer Aniston began to treat acting not just as refuge, but as a craft. At New York's LaGuardia High School of Music and Art and Performing Arts, she faced an environment that demanded honesty and discipline. Acting was no longer about hiding. It required openness, a willingness to be seen without protection. Under the guidance of mentors, she learned that true performance comes from emotional truth, not perfection. These years were filled with both excitement and self-doubt, as she struggled to find her place among equally passionate peers. Yet instead of retreating, she continued showing up, learning to embrace discomfort as part of growth. The experience shaped her resilience and deepened her understanding of storytelling, not just as entertainment, but as a way to connect human experiences across different lives and perspectives. The struggles before success. Success did not arrive quickly for Jennifer Aniston. After graduating in 1987, she faced the realities of an unpredictable industry. She worked various jobs, waitressing, telemarketing, and other small roles, just to support her dream. Early acting opportunities were inconsistent, often short-lived, and sometimes discouraging. Shows came and went without lasting impact, leaving her questioning whether she had chosen the right path. There were moments of doubt when the effort felt greater than the reward, when persistence seemed uncertain. Yet she continued moving forward, holding on to the belief that something meaningful could still emerge. These years were not glamorous, but they were essential. They built her endurance, strengthened her work ethic, and taught her how to navigate rejection without losing direction. In many ways, this period defined her more than fame ever could, the defining breakthrough. Everything changed in 1994 when Jennifer Aniston stepped into an audition that would transform her life. Cast as Rachel Green in Friends, she quickly became a central figure in a show that would define a generation. Rachel was relatable, evolving, and deeply human, allowing audiences to see themselves reflected in her journey. The role brought global recognition, turning Jennifer into a household name. However, with that success came intense scrutiny. Her appearance, relationships, and personal choices became constant topics of public discussion. Fame offered opportunity, but it also introduced pressure, the expectation to remain consistent, to meet an image that others had created. Despite this, she continued to deliver performances filled with authenticity, ensuring that her work remained grounded even as her visibility expanded beyond anything she had imagined. Life under constant observation. With fame came a new kind of challenge for Jennifer Aniston, living under constant observation. Every decision, from career choices to personal relationships, was analyzed and often misunderstood. The line between her public and private life became increasingly blurred, making it difficult to maintain a sense of normalcy. While audiences admired her, they also projected expectations onto her, shaping narratives that did not always reflect reality. This level of attention required a careful balance, staying open enough to connect with people, yet guarded enough to protect what mattered most. Over time, she developed a quiet strength, learning how to remain present without becoming overwhelmed by external noise. Rather than allowing scrutiny to define her, she chose to focus on her work, her values, and the relationships that offered genuine support beyond the spotlight. Love, loss, and public narratives relationships brought both joy and complexity to Jennifer Aniston's life, especially under public attention. Her marriage to Brad Pitt in 2000 was widely celebrated, symbolizing a union admired by many. However, when their relationship ended in 2005, it became a global conversation, often overshadowing the personal reality behind it. The experience highlighted the difficulty of navigating private emotions in a public space, where narratives are shaped by speculation rather than truth. Despite the challenges, she handled the situation with composure, choosing dignity over reaction. Over the years, her perspective on relationships evolved, shaped by both connection and loss. She came to understand that love does not always follow expected paths, and that personal growth often comes from learning how to move forward while honoring what has been experienced. Defining success and identity. As her career expanded beyond Friends, Jennifer Aniston sought roles that challenged expectations. Films like The Good Girl and Marley and Me showcased her ability to explore deeper emotional territory, proving her versatility as an actress. She gradually redefined success, not as constant visibility, but as meaningful work and personal fulfillment. Her return to television with The Morning Show marked a significant moment, allowing her to take on both acting and production roles. This shift reflected a broader evolution in her career, where she moved from being part of a story to helping shape it. Through these choices, she demonstrated that growth is not about leaving the past behind, but about building on it with intention and clarity. Strength in self-understanding. Over time, Jennifer Aniston developed a deeper understanding of herself, shaped by both public experiences and private reflection. She has spoken openly about the importance of self-acceptance, challenging societal expectations around relationships and motherhood. Rather than allowing external narratives to define her, she chose to define her own sense of completeness. This perspective required courage, especially in an environment where personal milestones are often treated as measures of success. By sharing her experiences, she has helped shift conversations toward a more inclusive understanding of fulfillment. Her journey reflects the idea that life does not need to follow a predetermined path to be meaningful. Instead, it can be shaped by individual choices, values, and the willingness to embrace both joy and uncertainty with honesty. A legacy of quiet resilience. Today, Jennifer Aniston represents more than just a successful career. She embodies resilience in its most human form. Her story is not defined by a single role, relationship, or moment, but by the way she has navigated change with grace. She continues to evolve, balancing professional achievements with a commitment to personal well-being and authenticity. In an industry that often prioritizes image, she has remained grounded, choosing substance over spectacle. Her influence extends beyond entertainment, offering a reminder that strength does not always need to be loud to be powerful. Sometimes it is found in consistency, in kindness, and in the decision to keep moving forward. Through it all, she has shown that true endurance lies not in avoiding challenges, but in facing them with honesty and continuing to grow.